Let me tell y'all what's going on here right now. Over here. YMK has been asking about this thing called a pussy pocket. Okay? Excuse my French, my language, but yeah, I said it. He's like, I want a pussy pocket. For months, almost a year, he been begging. I'm like, no. So 2 months ago, about two and a half months ago, when we were in LA, I was like, okay, fine, whatever. I was in a good mood. I went and bought the pussy pocket. I did. And then after I bought it, my mood changed. I was like, you're 10. I'm not about, no. I went to the storage and I dropped the pussy pocket off in the storage. I was like, this is crazy. I'm buying a pussy pocket for my 10-year-old son. This is crazy. Long story short, I left in the storage and I said, maybe when you get 13 or in a couple years. Well, as y'all know, if you scroll my page, you can see that I got YMK a debit card.
Oh, goodness.
To put his little allowance on, his $50 a week, put his funds on. And he used it. So while I'm napping today, this comes in the mail. Okay? This box right here. Go ahead and finish opening it. Let me flip this camera around.
Oh, Lord.
YMK. You know what?
And that's her
I
son.
thought you said you wanted a black one.
So I'm going to stop this right here. Just too much. Just too much. Okay. You know what? I'm going to be mature and I'm going to be professional. I'm going to be mature and I'm going to be professional. And we're going to jump into the video. I'm Tonya TKO, self-love specialist and relationship expert from TonyaTKO.com. I teach you how to love yourself and each other. Oh, okay, so as you know, we're talking about a pussy pocket. Jesus. And I don't know why this woman is calling it that. It's a fleshlight. Because they do have a pocket pussy, but I saw a gay guy that did a video with a pocket pussy. But this, what we're talking about, is a fleshlight. So, when I saw this last week, I was like, I saw it and I quietly just tried to sneak back out of the video. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to mind my business here. I'm just going to mind my business. But it wasn't to be so. You guys wouldn't let me off the hook that easily. So I've been getting a lot of messages from you all to speak on this. And so, as you know, Facebook detectives have been sending me lots of information following up on this situation. And so I'm like, okay, let me speak on it. So when I first saw this, I was like, you know what? Something is not right. This boy is 10. Why is this 10-year-old boy asking for a fleshlight to his mom? And his mom, I watched the whole video. His mother seems very liberal. They talk about sex with one another. But she said that she walked in on him masturbating when he was 7 years old. And I'm like, 7? And so I just started thinking about the mentality of a 7-year-old. And I was like, you know what? A 7-year-old should not have been exposed to sex and sexual ideas just yet. But she walked in on him masturbating at 7. So my first thought, as a person who is an advocate against abuse, my first thought is that someone exposed this boy to some sort of sex and sexuality, and now he's acting out. Because as you see, he's like desperate for this fleshlight, snatching it from his mother and running. And at times she tries to enact some discipline upon the boy, but the boy is just like, and you can look and see that he's biracial. So there were a lot of thoughts that were going on in my mind. I'm like, what the hell is happening in this house? What then happened to this boy? What these parents? We got this dude out in the jungle with multiple wives and people talking about this and that. And now we got this woman with her pocket pussy son and he's 10 and all of this stuff going on. So I'm like, what is happening? So then somebody sent me some other information. Let me post it below. Let me post the other information below because just to look at it in context. So basically, this is what she's saying. She says that her son YMK is 10 years old, 10 years old, 100. Yes, there's something about that number. I'm not going to say it again. So he is TEN years old, 165 pounds, 5'4", and wears a size 11 men's shoe. She took him to the neurologist at age 8 for recurring headaches, and she said his testosterone levels are above average, and that he is just an overdeveloped boy, and that the headaches are in connection to his hormones. She said they should go away when he reaches his teenage years and can ejaculate sperm development. I was shocked because he was a premature emergency C-section baby. I was 8 months, and then she just goes blah 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 into that. He's 10, but he looks about 14, 15. He does kind of look older, 14, 50 years old, and he's extremely mature and intelligent. He's also supposed to be in the 4th grade according to his age, but in the 6th grade. My big boy, and yep, he was breastfed. He's only 3 in this picture. So even in that picture where he's 3, he looks about 5. All right, so listen, we're going to take all of that into account when we think about this whole, because it's very shocking. It's very shocking, but the way that she was so open about it, it didn't seem like she had much to hide. So with given that information, does that change your point of view about the situation, about the boy and all of this hormones that's going through him? I feel sorry for him if he has all of this testosterone, because testosterone is a very aggressive hormone, and it also makes people go bald. So I'm like, oh, I don't really know. So tell me what your thoughts are about that. There's something else that was sent to me. The FBI came and sent me this. So basically, listen, honeys, there's some tea. She was in a relationship with an older, I imagine that he was older because she says that she was really young. So let me just try to speed read the first part. How much money we sacrificed to change my son's name to Young Master King, APlus. His father agreed to give me full custody without support in order to change our son's first and last name. He straight up told YMK that he's nothing special, blah, blah, blah. You're ordinary, you're nothing special, blah, blah, blah. So basically, I'll put the picture here and you can just pause the video and read the whole thing, because I'm not going to read the whole thing because it'll just take the whole video up. But so basically she was in this abusive relationship with this man who financially abused her, emotionally abused her. And so she escaped from this. He even called her the N-word and all of this other stuff. She escaped from that relationship. Now she has full custody of Young Master King. And she's dealing with this issue where she doesn't really know how to navigate through motherhood with this son that is different than the norm. I'm going to cut her some slack. I believe, especially when it comes to being a parent, it's like people can say a lot of different things, but it's not until you actually get in the situation with this human being that you as a parent have to adjust yourself towards what's coming to you naturally in life. Like your child, like you are going to grow and raise yourself as you're raising your child. Like you're going to grow and flourish into a different human being by contact with your child. Like you're going to learn so much about yourself. And so I personally believe, okay, in this situation, it's a unique situation and we don't really know how it's going to turn out. It seems like she's doing the best that she can with what it is that she has, what it is that she knows, and in this situation. So I'm going to cut her some slack. I am going to stay out of it. It doesn't seem, from all of the additional stuff, it seems like this interest that he has. He was introduced to porn by some friends who brought some porn tapes over for him, and they watched it. And so he now has this fixation, and he may be a young porn addict in the making. I don't know. The situation is just so unique that this is outside of my area of expertise. I don't know. I don't know. And I don't think that any of us can really speak from an informed point of view without knowing more. So I'll leave the comments open for you all to talk about this. Let's form a discussion. Let's refrain from battering people here. On my page, I love to have intelligent discussion. So let's have an intelligent discussion. So listen, I'm going to get out of here. Tonya TKO and I'm out. Go out there and love one another. Most importantly, what? That's right. Love yourself. And part of loving yourself is forgiving yourself, especially as a parent. forgiving yourself for not having all of the answers, forgiving yourself for coming into contact with something new that you may not know how to deal with, and dealing with it in the best way that you know how. You know, she opened up her life to the public, and so this is what happens, but I'd love to have a good dialogue here. So Tonya TKO, and I'll see you guys in the comments. Peace.